Good morning, good morning. Sorry about being so late, y'all. I was over there with Miss Heidi for a minute. Good morning, Watcher. Good morning, James. Good morning, Happy. Good morning, Mr. Caden. Good morning, Hotspot. Good morning to all my bush watchers who are busy out there this morning. So sorry about that, y'all. I know I'm like 40 minutes late. I apologize. But we were talking about some things, me and Miss Heidi or whatnot. And if y'all don't know who Miss Heidi is Miss Heidi Black. Y'all saw me share her on my community wall. Um, Thank you, thank you. I hope you're having a good morning. But yes, so basically we were over there and we were talking about some of the cases. We were talking about the Gene Hackman stuff that happened, and it's so sad, how his wife, as the caregiver, passed away, and because of that, it was like the puppy passed away because she wasn't there to let the puppy out, and Mr. Gene obviously had, really bad Alzheimer's disease. So therefore, he probably didn't take his medications, all these other things, and he passed away. So it's really sad about that situation. Then we were talking about, Diddy's case is supposed to start coming up. Hey, Mr. Gene, genius. We were talking about that the Diddy case is fixing to come up, and they're actually fixing to start jury selection for that. Then we were talking about the Tyree Nichols trial is underway, um, for the cops who unalived Mr. Nichols, which that happened in Memphis, Tennessee, if y'all didn't know, which I'm not too far from. Um, I'm going to actually look at your profile picture, and if yeah, but you still shouldn't. Let me let me see. I'm going to open image and new tab. Then I'm going to do a um even if it is, you still shouldn't have that as your profile picture if it's bothering children at all. Like, come on now. You can bother the adults. Bother the adults, but don't bother the children. Kids are innocent in all this shit, right? Let me see if that is in a simple Google search. I'm gonna do a reverse image search right quick. Because that's something you can do. A lot of people don't know. You can do what they call a reverse image. Um, you know, let me get the URL for that. Copy. Let me paste this. It says we couldn't find any results for that. What did you type into Google to find that? That is the question. If you typed in someone's name, then yes, you are doing something wrong. If you looked on someone, I'm going to look it up. Well, hell, that's just showing me all kinds of bad things. Shit. let me let me let me copy. Let me search for that. Uh, that's not what I'm. Yeah, no, that does not come up from a simple Google search, sweetheart. Yeah, no, that does not. I just did it, and I'm obviously not gonna show it. What you Okay, so basically, what I would suggest that you do, if you want to prove that that is no one's child, what I would suggest you do is show where you found the you know what I'm saying, where you found the picture, right? That's what I would do. Because if not, you're going to keep getting blocked in a lot of people's chats and or timed out. Uh, Show where you got the picture, what website. Um, if it is a just a regular Google thing, nobody should be putting up nobody's kids at all, at all. Kids should be completely off limits to everyone, everyone. I don't know. I'm going to say this, everyone. I'm going to say this. If y'all are fighting with each other, y'all are all adults. Fight with each other, right? Whatever. Go back and forth. I don't care, right? But everyone should leave children out of everyone's shit. Oh no, Square is it's a big F you to him. Does he want to say a big F you to me and I've been nothing but nice and kind? It's a big F you. Now I don't have a problem. Y'all can have y'all's beefs. I'm not getting in y'all's beefs. That's between y'all. But I give people chances. Just like, here's the thing, right? When people say stuff about stuff, I give people chances. If they prove me wrong and prove who they are and show me who they are, then I believe them. Nobody should be trying. Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much. No one should be trying to involve me. It has nothing to do with me. That's between y'all. I'm not a part of it, and I'm not going to be a part of it, and I'm not going to insert myself in something that has nothing to do with me. I will say that if all I ask you to do when you come over here is if we're on a specific topic, let's talk about that topic. You know what I'm saying? And if you can just pass and go with each other while you're in here, you don't have to be friendly with each other. You don't have to like each other. You know what I'm saying? Just ignore each other while you're in here and respect me enough as a content creator. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I ask is respect me enough, enjoy the content. If y'all want to fight, you know what I'm saying? I don't get in no one else's beefs because it has nothing to do with me. I'm not starting up with nobody. Hey, Montauk Love. Now, I will tell you, Miss Heidi is an amazing person. Hey, Miss Heidi, how you doing this morning? I was enjoying our conversation. I was so sad I had to leave. I was like, I don't want to. That's why I stayed a lot longer than I really should have, and I went way over time. Um, Y'all's beef with each other is y'all's beef. Anything else, we talked about like grown adults. I'm going to ask, you know, yes, Miss Heidi, the person said that I told them the best way to prove it. And if I'm not wrong, Miss Heidi, please tell me I'm right about this. If they got it from a simple Google search, right, and they could show the website that they downloaded the picture from, without obviously breaking terms of service and all that, I would show that, right? And then that proves your point that you just got it from some random website. Now, if you're actually using someone's real picture, that's different, But if it's a fake, just random ass picture off of a Google search, You can prove that by showing that. Because I don't know about you, Miss Heidi, but I always deal with receipts. That's just me. Hey, Miss Deb. That's pretty much all you have to do to prove you know prove anything is to show that you got it off some random Google search or something like that. Like that picture in my background right now, um that is something I found because I wanted a moving background. So let me see if I can show y'all. I did create a thing. I think it's over here. Yeah, where I can make myself little. I wanted a moving background, so I found this one, and it's the fire and all that. And which, speaking of which, why is my fire still moving? Okay, just making sure. Um, but I made this and found this background, and um, then I made I made all my stuff in Canva and whatnot. And there's a lot of things like this one right here I found from a simple Google search. I'll show you right quick. I kind of like this one a little bit just because it looks kind of cool. It looks like the earth, moving around and all that stuff. And this one also came from a simple Google search. Now, this one I made myself 100%. I put everything together, put all of it together in Canva. This right here, though, I found myself somewhere else. When you make those pictures, you can go to something called Canva. Canva, right? And you can start with a random generalized background or look up something, a template they already have. I've created both of my intro and outros through Canva. Um, and you can look into their images, and a lot of this I put on there myself. I did the lettering and all that myself, and the colors and all that. A lot of these other things though are just random, things you can find on the internet. You can find uncopyrighted pictures pretty much. You have to make sure though when you use something that you look for specifically when you Google it, you have to Google non copyright material, because if you get a picture and it is copyrighted, the copyright owner obviously owns that. So I'm going to show you a thing that you can do. And as long as you transform it, sometimes they also won't say anything. But I have made so many. I'm going to show y'all my Canva right quick. And a lot of my friends sometimes come to me. Um, I got to make sure I sign in. I got to sign into my Canva, y'all. Hold on. Let me sign in, y'all. And I'm going to show you where I've made a lot of these things, and made banners for friends, made, different things. Okay, so I'm going to, okay. So I do banners sometimes for friends and stuff like that. So I'm going to present screen. I'm going to share my Canva, and I'm going to show y'all some of the things that I've absolutely made. So one of my friends does Taylor Port Tuesday, so I made him a little thing. My friend was having a Halloween costume, so I did that. I've done a lot of designs for different people. As you can tell, you can see YouTube thumbnails, banners. One of my friends, Pretty Chocolate Girl, loves roses, so I made her a thing. My friend Hazel loves, she loved that picture, so I turned it into a thing. There was a Halloween costume. I made my true crime, my mod mystery, my topic Tuesdays, my wellness Wednesdays, all through Canva. Um, you can make all kind of things through Canva, right? So I'll give you this was a Halloween thing that I made. Let me show you what it looks like. So I used a template they have here. This was a Halloween costume contest that a friend of mine was having. I put all the information on it and all that. Now that was already a template because they have things over here. Let's say I was going to do a new design, right? We're going to create a new design and we're just going to call it example. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to name it example, right? Or it that's not the naming portion, but let's see. We're going to start with a YouTube thumbnail. So you can look right here, and we're going to start a new YouTube thumbnail. I'm going to share this tab instead. So I'm going to do a little class right here so y'all can learn how to do thumbnails, right? So over here in this tab, you have the templates. And let's say you're going to do a talk podcast. Well, you can use that template, right? You can put your picture there, change the names, change the what episode. You can change all this information on here. Let's say I don't like that template and I want a different one. So I can do that right there and go back. It's going to refresh, right? And I go to designs. And I'm going to go down here and I'm going to look. Oh, look at this one. This is a horror story podcast. Oh, but I don't like that one. So let me look at this one, right? Oh, that was kind of cute. So I could change some things in that. And you could just keep doing that until you find what you want and everything. And you can make your thumbnail as you want it. But, so I'm showing you in Canva how you can do different things. You can specifically, let's say I don't like none of that. Say I got a specific idea in mind. Somebody come up or say something in that you want to do on Canva or on YouTube. You got a specific idea for a show, right? Let's say true crime, because a lot of us like true crime, right? So if I go over here to templates, I can put in true crime like this, and it's going to come up with a few things for it, right? Like and some of it is pro, so you have to pay for it, or you can absolutely use it for free, some of them. And you'll see that it has the star beside it if it is for a pro, and you can pay for pro and whatnot. But let's say, oh, look at that. Just, let's say I don't like that one. Well, I go back and I want to do some daily vlogging or maybe a travel vlog. There's all different kinds of templates on here for pretty much any idea that you can come up with. You go here, you can change I'm going to change the lettering to red. I can change it to red. I can change it to this yellow color. I can go to white. I can change that color all over the place, right? I can even change these pictures. Let's say I don't want to do any of these. I want to do my own thing, right? I can do that too. I can say that I don't want no template on there. And I can put the background as what I want it to be, right? You can make videos if you add pages here, right? You can put music behind it. You can go over here to your uploads, and these are like you have your pictures you upload. These are pictures of some of my friends in the sector because I reuse these sometimes when I make them stuff. So I'll have a bunch of them over here and I just leave them there in case I need them for another project. And I can always add more and subtract. I can delete things. For videos, I have, like, let's say I wanted to put one of my friends, I make a lot of stuff for her. She loves butterflies. Leave her butterfly, right? I can put this over the screen. I can make that replace background. That could be the background, right? I have audios over here. I can put those into the thing and make a video out of it instead of a thing, right? So there's a lot of things you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say I was going to do for Miss Heidi. Let's say I was going to do something. Let's go to designs. Okay, we're going to go over here to designs, and I'm going to put in game night. And I'm going to make her something with the game night thing. So we go over here and I'll look and I go, oh, which one do I like? So, oh, look, this one has some nice things on it. I can go and let me redo that right here. And I can put Heidi. Oh, can I spell today? Can I spell today? Y'all, can I spell today? Heidi Black. Oh, sorry. For some reason, it went off into the other thing, and that was not supposed to happen. Hold on. Let's move this up a little. So as I do this, let's change our sizing. Black presents. I can move it up. I can change the color. So I'm going to change the color of this to purple. Or I can do up here, let's have fun, right? And down here, I could put Miss Heidi's name or mine, right? I can change any of these things right here that I want to. I can take them off, subtract them, add new things, go over here to elements. I can find, let's say, put game in there. And I can use some of these elements that you see and I can put them on the screen, right? I can put a PlayStation controller, right? I can put the start button. I'm just showing y'all random things. You can do all of this through Canva, right? It's real simple. You could put more Xbox controllers if you would like. I know it looks kind of funny right now. I'm just giving examples of showing. Like I can make this, I can edit the colors on this. Let's say I want to edit the colors, right? Right here, I can go through and edit the colors. I can make it purple. I can make that pink. I can make that yellow. Or let's try a different. And then I can go here and I can make that color. Or that one. And so it looks like the background and it's not green, right? I can change this to, let's say, purple. Change the green to yellow, right? So it stands out more in the background. I could duplicate this by pressing that button and have it sitting up here in the corner. Take this start, put it at the bottom. I can make it smaller or larger. You can change all of this information as you please. See, it's people try to, there's a lot of different things that you can do. Hey, Miss W. Hey, Mr. David. I'm just showing right now that there's, in Canva, there's so much you can do. Um, it's not really that complicated though. It's really not. It's really simple. It seems like it's hard, but you can do a template, and then you can just add different things, subtract different things, depend on what your color scheme is. Like, let's say Miss Heidi had a specific color scheme that she likes. Like, green's her favorite color, right? Then I could find something green, and then I find out what the show is about, right? I can show what the show is about, and then I can change that to it, right? To show you a previous thing that I did for a friend of mine. Um, you know, I'll show you. She loves she loves calling herself the doll. My friend the Miss O. And she calls her place where she her thing. This was just something real simple, real fast, nothing too crazy, didn't add a lot, could have. I found a random background of a beautiful dollhouse, put welcome to the dollhouse, and put a beautiful picture of her up, right? Super simple, nothing too crazy. Could have went a little more crazy with it. This was completely made on my own with no template. It's very, you don't have to get super involved if you don't want to. You can make something like a thumbnail super simple if you choose to, right? Um like there's a lot of different things that you can make super simply. When I was doing something for my friend Lemon, he had a show um that I don't know if y'all know about the Mo3 sector, but this is for the love of Queen 88. The co-host was Cam Talk Too Much. The host was Lemon. And it was a special Taylorport Tuesday date and time. For the thing, she goes, her people are called the Estaters, and she, does the crown for her stuff. So I did the crowns by her name, put her picture in there, took out the background of her picture. You know what I'm saying? So on this one, that was the for the love of 88. And then I made this video for a beautiful little girl who passed away. Her name is Amaya Braxton, and if you don't know about Amaya Braxton's case, you should look into Amaya Braxton. She was ran over when a lady went around a school bus, and the lady was never charged. Didn't even get a traffic infraction. Nothing. They refused to indict her twice because of who she knew. Amaya was a beautiful little girl. So you can see the times, the transitions here. There's music underneath. If I play it, I will get copyright, obviously, because the song I used, I didn't care about it when I did it and did it in a video. I made this for her mother. I've been wanting, her mom's been busy, but I do want to, interview her mother. She's a really, really nice lady. You're not my content, Square. You will never be my content. Understand that. None of this will be my content. But so as we were talking about Canva and whatnot, the differences between what you can do with Canva, you can have the Pro. I right now don't have Pro, but I made all of this without Pro. And you can use some of the Pro things, like this one right here I made for my friend Creole Butterfly. She was doing a thing. Some of those things are the, I guess you would say, the paid versions of things. And she told me what she wanted it to say. And you can save them even if they have some premium shit on them. You're just gonna have a watermark from Canva. And now, if you pay for premium, you won't have to pay for the watermarks or get the watermarks on your stuff. I feel the same way, Miss Bambi. I'm shaking my damn head. I specifically said a while ago that this is not going to become the Square Show or Miss Bambi Show. I have nothing to do with that shit. We're literally talking about Canva to stay on topic. Okay? Fight somewhere else. I have nothing to do with the shit. I like Miss Bambi, I like Miss Harlow, but Square, since it's a big fuck you, it's a big fuck you. You jumped the gun, bruh. Yes, actually, Canva, yeah, you're right. Canva is worth it, and I'm glad that your students actually love it because Canva itself is actually really easy when it comes to use. And anytime, like, let's say you want to use something and you want to change the background on something, right? You can change the background super simply by going in and looking up things called background remover. Um, PD, please, that's gonna be removed. No matter if I don't like him, that's not cool. I'm about 5 seconds from just ending this live and saying fuck it. Hey, Smooth Carter. Hey, love. Hey, Happy Love. I don't know. A lot of the mods are not here right now, and yeah. So, uh, I'm just shaking my head right now. Okay, Miss Heidi. My plans for the weekend, Miss Bambi. I want to play some games. I've been playing 7 Days to Die, and so I've been playing that, and I've been using it as kind of like a survival thing. And I'm gonna be playing that, and um, then I'm gonna be playing some video games and chilling and spending time with my husband and my family. Today, I can't stay on too long today anyway because I do have to go pay some bills. Um, awesome sauce. Okay. Anyway, so as it goes, now with the video, hey Miss Lovejoy, the weather's actually really good right now. We're supposed to get those same storms, Miss Bambi, later this afternoon. So that's why I'm gonna in a minute, not too long from now, I am gonna be going to do my stuff because I have to go pay bills before it gets too bad and try to get all that done. It's supposed to be raining, and I'm like, I'm not, you know, I'm not into all that. Uh you know how it is down here in the south. It can be 1 minute cold, the next minute hot, the next minute. I did plant my garden, so my garden is planted. We have pepper plants, sweet banana pepper plants, bell pepper plants. We even have a purple pepper. Have y'all ever seen a purple bell pepper? Quite literally, a purple bell pepper. We have a purple bell pepper plant. It's going to be so cool. I can't wait to stuff those and put like different things in them to see how they look cuz I bet it's going to be beautiful. And then we got hot peppers, we have tomato plants, have some strawberry plants, going to do some. Yeah, I've never seen a purple bell pepper in my life. And I was like, "Oh my god, they make a purple bell pepper?" You've seen the purple ones? I've never seen, and I love the color purple because it's actually one of my favorite bell peppers. I love purple bell peppers because I think that's cool because I love the color purple. I have never heard of a purple bell pepper in my life, and I saw one. It's gonna be 80 there today. Oh my god! It does get a little too hot down here in the south. It really does. Yeah, a purple, Mr. David, a purple bell pepper plant. I've never ever seen one in my entire life. But they do. They make a purple. Hold on, let me show y'all. It's really pretty too by what I see. I can't wait to see what it turns into. And like see the peppers grow. It's going to be so pretty. I didn't know, which they're kind of like a dark color, not a light color, but I just can't wait to see it. I'd never seen one. I've seen red, I've seen yellow, I've seen orange, I've seen green, never seen purple before. Um, and I'm like, purple's my favorite color. Hey, Michelle, I've been missing you. Are you okay? Everything okay over that way? I've been trying to keep up with all your videos as they come in because it's like you did so many back to back that I've been trying to keep up with them, keep up with your lives and all that stuff. Right now, I'm using the potting soil with from Miracle Grow because you know it's got the food in it and stuff. I'm not doing raised bed this year. I did that last year. I actually did a garden spot on the ground this year and had my friend come over with their tractor. And in their tractor, they cut up a spot for me, and then obviously we did rows, so that it's all that. You got your armor on. Oh, oh, oh. I'm always protected by the blood of Jesus. I'm just saying. Me and Jesus, we homies. You thought Dolly would shut down? Oh, yeah. I would say for the buggies, the best way to do it. Okay. Now, a lot of people tell you pesticides, but a lot of people don't know about this one little thing. Let me show y'all something that if you know it's not going to rain. Now, if you know it's going to rain, don't do this. It won't work because it'll get into the soil. Okay. And you don't want chemicals in your soil. You can get different kind of like seven dust and whatnot. And seven dust itself actually uh it's called SEVIN dust. It's widely used insecticide in vegetables, gardens to control pests such as aphids, beetles, and caterpillars. It is a contact insecticide that kills insects upon contact and provides residual control up to several weeks. Now, I wouldn't do this if you know it's going to rain because then it'll seep into the soil. Do it about a week when you know it's going to be dry, and it'll help keep when you start noticing the aphids and stuff like that eating at your plants. Will not hurt the plants. In fact, we used to put it all around the house. It gets rid of fleas, all that other stuff. I've never had it affect any animal that I've ever had. Now obviously you don't want the dogs right there when you first put it out, right? But seven dust is actually a really good thing. Oh, it was because of a water leak? It was because of the flood? Oh, that sucks. Who turned 40 today? Well, happy birthday to whoever turned 40. Because I'm going to tell you something. I got 2 years before I hit 40. I got 2 years. I knew a guy, WSP Wrangler, that did tomatoes. And this dude, when I say he grew those tomatoes as tall as me, I am totally not crapping you. He used this vine technique where he put up fencing as where the vines could go through the fencing and whatnot. And the tomato plants ended up being taller than me. Yes, yes. Midwest DJ, you can use red pepper and cayenne powders to sprinkle around your plants. Also, cayenne powders are not going to hurt the soil. They're not going to hurt, good insects or good things. Um, Black pepper, cayenne pepper, you can do a mixture. It's not going to hurt anything. The only thing is, I will say this: if a dog gets set up their nose, it'll mess up their scent for a while. Because it does. But you can also put it like, let's say you have an outside fence for your animals, and you don't want any predators coming into your fence or any anything trying to bother the outside, dig, whatnot. You can put it on the outside and it will protect the outside. Um, I will say that cayenne pepper has a lot of good uses that a lot of people don't even know about. But we used to also use Seven Dust when the aphids would come around. We just got to make sure it don't rain for a while because then it'll soak into the ground, and you kind of don't want it to soak into the ground. It's also good to get rid of ticks, fleas, all those things in your yard that can bother your animals. If you have a tree line, let's say you have a tree line and you know it's bad about ticks and stuff, you can put it around that tree line and it'll keep those ticks from coming into your yard. They also have a thing called snake away that you can put in the ground. A friend of mine does that every year because they have a problem with that. I remember, I don't know about y'all, but why does mothballs always make us, every one of us, if we smell mothballs, think about our grandma's house? Why? Why does mothballs smell like a memory for most people? Think about it. Think about the smell of mothballs right now, and you can think about whose house smelled like mothballs when you were a kid. Like you either had that auntie, that cousin, or your grandma or somebody, and it's like a comfort smell almost. It's almost like, this reminds me of such and such's house. I don't know why. If you think about it, every one of us, and I'll tell you something. You don't want to go to somebody's house in the summertime in the South if they got the plastic on their furniture and sit down on it, because you'll stick to the plastic, like straight up stick to it. Like, I'm not joking. And when you stand up, you'll hear I hate the crinkle of that sound. I don't know what it is, but it's always bothered me. The crinkle and the sound of setting down on plastic and all that stuff. And I used to tell people in the South, always carry in your car a towel, like an old towel in your car, because sometimes your seats, if you have like not cloth seats, say you got a little bit of leather, even pleather in your car, your seats are going to get so hot when you sit down, you'll burn the back of your legs. So always keep a random towel in the back of your car just for that. Just for that simple fact. Just a random, you know, I love the smell of cedar and pine. Miss Heidi, and one of the reasons, hey, Mr. Drew, one of the reasons that I absolutely, welcome to the chat. One of the things that I love about the smell of cedar, it reminds me of, remember when they used to have that spray you would put on the fake trees as kids to make it smell like Christmas? For some reason, pine scent reminds me of Christmas, because we used to have real trees back in the day, in the house. So the smell of cedar or pine or, something of a mix, that for some reason it reminds me of like Christmas time. I don't know what it is. I don't know if y'all remember those sprays they used to have. Oh my God, yes, Miss Heidi. Up in Louisiana too. Ooh, sitting on that furniture and then the plastic stick to you. You try to get up. It absolutely sometimes does give me the smell of like remembrance, and there's certain foods that people cook. Like down south we do a lot of roast beef and things like that, and um the smell of certain foods takes me back in time. And I don't know what it is. I love the smell of a charcoal grill that has apples, apple wood and different stuff on it. I loved Bisqueen. You talking about Bisqueen? Yeah, it's called Bisqueen. Um, I love the smell. Absolutely love the smell of a grill. I just and I understand that propane grills are easier to set up, but I don't know what it is for me. Like this, it reminds me of every summer as a kid, and the smell of fresh cut grass, or when you walk into a garden and like, did you know that you could smell, like, obviously you can smell grass that's being cut, the honeysuckle smell, the smell of watermelons and cucumbers. Cucumbers and watermelons, actually, you can smell them in the air sometimes. I don't, I can't explain. It's like a green scent. Like you can smell it. Like when somebody's growing it around your, like, you know, growing those things around you. It's like you can smell certain vegetables. Um, and you don't even have to be like right up on them. It can be through the air. It's something about like melons in general, whether it be watermelon, whether it be cantaloupe, mushmelon. For some reason, you can smell them easier through the air than you can a lot of other vegetables, right? Like I will say, I have no scent to tomatoes unless they're cooking in a house, right? But outside, you can't really smell them that well. Um, versus like obviously we can always smell honeysuckle, right? Honeysuckle's a smell that is very scent worthy. But for some reason, hey, my beautiful Twisted, you got a trial morning break. Make sure you have a good day, my beautiful. Yeah, campfires. We used to do when I was little, we used to do those fires, and we would do our marshmallows and chocolate, and do the hot dogs on the. Do y'all remember when they used to take metal coat hangers and you would use it to do uh your hot dogs above the fire, or your marshmallows? Oh my god, I remember like the scent of fire pits, because when we were little, that's one of the things that we used to do. Um, is we'd be outside and our parents would be, they'd start a fire, they'd have the little thing going at night to keep the mosquitoes away. And I don't know if y'all's parents did it, but my parents did a thing to where they would take a coffee can, and you take an old shirt or something and get it kind of wet. You get the coals going, you put the coals inside of the coffee can, and you put the shirt in there, and it smokes. It stinks something serious, but it keeps all the mosquitoes away. I don't know if y'all know that, but and you can do that with green grass too. Like if the grass is just a little bit wet, you don't smother the fire, you let it smoke and smolder. And for some reason the smoke off that keeps mosquitoes away. We used to do that as a kid. My dad used to do that, and we didn't have to use bug spray or nothing like that. Now my grandmother had a thing for Skin So Soft. I can still remember the smell of Skin So Soft. She thought Skin So Soft was for every bug and everything that was bad. You put Skin So Soft on, and then the smell of banana boat. For me, because y'all know I'm white as Casper the Friendly Ghost, and I burn like a bee. So smelling the smell of banana boat SPF, I don't know what it is, but it reminds me of every summer I ever went swimming as a kid, because my mama would spray that banana boat on you, and you'd be smelling like straight up bananas. But my grandmother thought Skin So Soft was keep it kept away the bugs. That's what she thought. And I don't know why, but she thought Skin So Soft was the key to everything. You know, there's a lot of stuff like I was talking about the other day, Mercurochrome. When we used to run around with them little orange and red little dots on us from Mercurochrome. Did y'all know that Mercurochrome had mercury in it, and we literally were mercury uh poisoned as children, like straight up. And they ended up having to change the formula for that. They had to change the formula, completely change it, because we were getting dosed with mercury as kids and didn't know it. And now they call it Mercura Clear. Look that stuff up. You can't find Mercura Calm no more. You can find Mercura Clear. I swear, everybody thinks that my grandmother thought that Skin So Soft was the answer to all prayers. I swear she did. And they used to take baby oil and put it on themselves and literally go out suntanning. And I'm like, yeah, and that's why most of y'all came up with skin cancers and melanoma and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all didn't realize y'all were actually doing something harmful to your skin. Like really harmful. And I remember when the uptick of tanning beds came into play. Do you know how many people I know right now who use tanning beds so much that their skin looks dirty and or they aged significantly? Like really bad. Really bad. And to the point they look like they're 50, 60-year-old grandmamas. Oh, olive oil, hair oil, spray to tan. Yup. They put they didn't realize that they were quite literally baking themselves in the sun. And years later, I don't know how many people now have like melanoma and different things on their skin because of that stuff. I know a lady who, beautiful lady, don't get me wrong, gorgeous, but she literally made herself age so bad because of them tanning beds. I mean, age. Like, she wouldn't look as old as she does now, as wrinkly and all this other stuff. It wasn't for them damn tanning beds. It was terrible. And for some reason, after a specific point of people tanning and tanning beds, their skin almost looks dirty. It don't look right. Because it ain't natural, right? Because it's not natural and you're using that artificial light to tan your skin, it don't look right. Like, it don't look natural. It don't look normal. It just it looks like they went out there and rolled around in red clay mud. It don't look right. Yeah, they used to mix baby oil with iodine as a self tanner back in the day. And yeah, I remember when Kramer from Seinfeld used the butter. That was and then in that episode they were like, "What is that smell?" I remember that episode. That was actually a pretty good episode, actually. And my dog's over here right now snoring like a sailor. They do that every morning. Yeah, they start looking like a worn down leather couch. Yeah, it looks like they look like a piece of leather that's literally started wearing down, and it just don't look right. Now there's some people who don't take it too far. They just do the sun kiss look or whatnot, and it don't look too bad on them. But when they do it for an extended period of time, like for a long time, it don't look right. If you've seen somebody that's been tanning in tanning beds for 10, 15, 20 years, watch how they age. You know what I'm saying? Watch how their skin starts to look like dry and wrinkly, and they start like their skin starts. It don't look right. Yeah, he cooked himself. That was a good episode, though. I haven't watched Seinfeld in many years. If I'm not mistaken, Back in the day when you had 4, 9, and 27, see, I'm down south, so we had 4, 9, and 27. May have been a different number for y'all. It was Seinfeld, and then it was oh, the one with the grammar guy, Kelsey Grammer, Seinfeld, and then he did the show with the radio show. Uh, it was Kelsey Grammer. I remember because I liked the grandpa on that show. What was the name of it? What's the name of it? Dr. Fraser Crane. Fraser Crane. What was the? Dang it! I hate when that happens. I hate when that happens when you're. Oh yeah, it was Seinfeld and the Frasier. I just said Frasier. Damn it! Thank you, American Honey Love. So it used to come on back to back. It was Seinfeld first, and then it was Frasier. And used to watch that on the regular TV shows. Thank you, American Honey Love. See, you be tanning on your own time. I can't tan. Let me just say it like this. I cannot tan to save my life if I wanted to tan because I burn. But now I will say now that I'm older, I'm not burning like I used to. And I think it's because my American Indian blood's finally kicking in. Finally. Damn, it took forever, didn't it? But I still ain't tanning. And here's the messed up part. Everybody in my family can tan so easy, right? Yet you spend me 5 minutes outside and I'm worse than Kramer was on the rooftop. I turned redder than red. I look like I don't know, man. I look like a red crayon at that point. And I don't tan, I burn, and then I peel and I turn whiter. Don't hate on my Casper realness. Okay. I always tell people I'm Casper the Friendly Ghost and that I'm so white I could blend in with that wall over there. And if I took my hair and put it up, because that's the only thing, like my hair is in this picture, I actually dyed my hair black, and that's why one of the pictures, um, I literally, the top of my hair was coming back its natural color, which is brown. So it looked like I'm missing a little hair right there. No, it's just my natural colors coming back. I have brown hair. So my hair is like a medium to light brown sometimes. And during the summer, I get two blind streaks right in the center of my hair. And the blonde gets so blonde that it looks like I have a bald spot, which is hilarious to me because when you see it, you're like, "There's nothing there," but it's the blonde streaks. I get two blonde streaks right in the center of my hair. I don't know anybody else. Any of y'all do that stuff? Like, does the sun? I get sun bleached hair. Like, I'll get blind streaks in my hair during the summertime naturally, just natural. I've stopped dyeing my hair. I haven't dyed my hair in a long time, but sometimes I do like to dye my hair black just because I like the way it looks. Um, but I have naturally brown hair, so that's just my natural color. Um, you know, sometimes during the wintertime, my hair will be a darker to medium brown, and then during the summer, it'll be a light to dark brown. So it changes color depending on what season we're in and how much sun my hair gets. Sometimes my hair be getting too much sun, and I get light bright. I swear I do. I tell all my friends like I'm cast for realness. Don't be hating on my cast for realness. But what's crazy is a lot of people in my family are olive complected all year round. Like I mean olive complected. Because we have we're more than 1/16 Cherokee Indian. on one side of my family, so everybody's like dark as shit with black hair. And one of my cousins, she has jet black hair all the way down to her waist. She's like dark skinned, and I'm over here like, all of y'all bitches can tan. I hate you all. All of y'all can tan. Yeah, it was my great 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 grandmother was full blooded Cherokee Indian, and my great 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 great, I have to go back a few greats. Was full blooded German, and that's on one side of my family. On the other side, I don't know. I have to do a blood test to find out what all I am. Now it's been rumored we have Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Blackfoot, and some Apache mixed in. And then we have Irish, German, um, oh, what was that other one? Crap, I forgot the name. Um, I don't know why, but I forgot the name. Hey, Miss Josie. Hey, Catfish Love. And if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Miss Josie is one of the most amazing people ever. Miss Josie, I loves you. Just saying, you're awesome. Um, I I love me some Miss Josie. She is super awesome. I love your books too. I've been still reading them. Every time something goes on in MobTube and I don't know somebody, the only constructive criticism, Miss Josie, that I could give to the books, and I'll tell you what it is: a glossary with the names and the page numbers, so that I could, I could find the page faster when I need to go through and find the page to find the person. That is the only thing. That's it. That's my only constructive criticism. The books are awesome because I love the fact that you come at from your books, in the mob genre. You come in with like, even if you don't like the person, you come in with unbiased, if that makes sense. You tell the truth even if it's against, anything. You just keep doing that. Huggies, Miss Heidi, have a good day. I got to get off here soon too. I got to go pay bills and take care of stuff, because y'all know they always have that handout for that bill money, honey. They want that bill money. They love their bills. You know what I'm saying? They want their money. But I find so much, if y'all don't know, Miss Josie, I'm gonna post her channel link right now, and I'm gonna post Miss Heidi's. Because Miss Heidi and us were having a great conversation this morning about different things. Miss Heidi has so much different content that I think you all will enjoy. She does a lot of different things. If you didn't know, Miss Heidi's a very sweet, kind, just good person. Um, and but Miss Josie has books on the MobTube. So if you ever wanted to go visit, but you don't understand who is who and what is what's went down in the last 3 years, in those books, she tells you all this information. So you won't feel as, lost as if, let's say, you didn't have those books. Like, because you have those books, you kind of get like um, you get a rundown of what's happened over the last 3 years. So this right here is, and you can click on her name to get both books. This is one of them right here. I'm going to post this link for y'all. This is Miss Josie's books. The MobTube Chronicles is Miss Josie. Miss Josie has written 2 books for the MobTube genre on YouTube. And so if you want to go over there, but you don't understand, let's say somebody's beefing with somebody, you don't know who either one of the people are, right? Well, you can go to her book and you can skip through and you can go, well, this is one of the people they were talking about. I'm just going to use a random passage from the book, right? Oh, they're talking about Rat Trap City. Let me see who Rat Trap City is. Another channel that I enjoy is witty and humorous and really gets into the core of the hypocrisies he sees. His sharp observations and clever jokes make complex issues more relatable and easier to understand. I always look forward to his insightful takes on current events on MobTube. His ability to break down complex issues with humor and wit makes his content both entertaining and educational. He never fails to provide a fresh perspective on everyday absurdities. His content typically comes in the form of short, engaging videos that blend stand up comedy with commentary on current events. Each video is carefully crafted, mix of humor and analysis, often featuring quick cuts and visual aids to enhance the message. This format keeps viewers entertained while also encouraging them to think critically about the topics discussed. He is additionally inclined and creates songs to complement his topics. This unique combination of talents makes his channel stand out amongst other creators. His musical interludes add an extra layer of engagement, making complex topics not only understandable but also memorable. He's currently has a weekly show with Nick/MRE discussing crazy news stories and addressing the Rat Squad antics. The show has gained a loyal following due to its blend of humor and hilarious commentary on events. Listeners appreciate the duo's chemistry and their ability to tackle serious topics and not so serious with a lighthearted approach. So that right there, it gives you an insight. Then you could switch. Let's say I'm gonna try to find. Okay, here's one right here. We can look into Piggy, right? Oh, you hear people talking about Piggy? Piggy's channel became one of the worst in the genre, and he became one of the most hated people on YouTube. Although he started with a reasonably strong channel, he would sabotage himself and end up as a simps channel. He became a complete sap and minion for people with ill intent. He was afraid and let a dark entity take him and his channel over. His name was changed from FBI to Piggy because of his size and greed. See this right here? It gives you descriptions, right? And information. It even goes into the history of some of the beefs within the MobTube. So it gives you so you don't feel like you're completely lost when you're over there, like going, oh my God, what's going on? I don't know who the hell these people are and why they're fighting, right? So basically, what Miss Josie did was that she chronicalized it in two books. She has the very first book, which is the MobTube Chronicles Part 1, and then she has book 2, which is the MobTube Chronicles Part 3. It's almost like a history book or looking into a history book that has different things that have happened in the sector. It has about Angel Gotti and different things, and I'm pretty sure Miss Josie might be working on a third book now because a lot of things have went down. But I'm not sure, but I would say, like, if you wanted to know about that sector and wanted to join it, but were so lost, these books are going to help you. And a lot of it is completely unbiased, which I would say a lot of people can't really do. But Miss Josie does it well. And it's going to give you an inside perspective and help you. Hold on just a minute. But yeah, so that is quite literally, I would say, I'm gonna do a review of Miss Josie's books. Um yes, Midwest DJ, Miss Josie is spot on. And I will say that if you want to enter the mob genre, you want to be over there, you like the people, it is one of the best ways to know the history. Like when people are talking about stuff sometimes, and I'm over there and I don't understand what's going on, I'll turn to Miss Josie's books and I'll go, well, who are we talking about? Okay, let me flip to the page. And that's why I said my only thing that I would tell Miss Josie to add would be a glossary so that you can get to that page number easier, right? Because if it wasn't for some of these books, I would not understand what's going on when people are talking about it, right? And I haven't been there for 3 or 4 or 5 years. But because of these books, it helps me feel like I have an inside knowledge and I'm not lost. Also, my friend G2K, his name's Get to Know. He does a lot of child advocacy, and he wrote a book of poetry from the perspective of the child who survived, right? And what he felt, what he went through. He was a victim of SA himself. And so I'm gonna basically right now going to share his book also. It's called Break the Silence. Really good book. It's if you like poetry. His is more of a darker topic. But to read you the description, it said the world is a beautiful place filled with darkness. My hope with this book is to shine a different light on the world of SA abuse of children, and a light that I pray will give you, the reader, an inside perspective into the horrific, dark world of SA abuse through the words of a child who is now an adult. Some of the poems in this book are dark, some are happy, some are spiritual, but they are all have one thing in common. They are all written with the hope to change the way people think about the importance of protecting the world's most vulnerable asset, children. So I was just going to give y'all a little, thing on that. That's his book if you want to look into it, and whatnot. But I do have to get over. I want to thank you all for being here this morning. I hope you all have the best day ever. Please make sure that all days and today you keep smiling, and keep shining. Much love, beautiful people. Bye, my angels. Also, thank you to anybody who becomes a member and supports the channel and does all the nice things like hitting the like button and just being here. Thank you to my replay gang and my bushwashers. Bye.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go. From the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the TUPELO. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my folks slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still, crystalline swinging down on 1800. Watching out for them knuckleheads that be staying round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about round 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out the street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue were promising OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, tall blue, a big Anthony Hughes and Pee.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm ripping my